Okay, good morning. We are now continuing the number 1. We just had a devotional about the size of God's computer, just to record all the thoughts according to Romans 2:16, to judge all the secrets and thoughts of men. And the conclusion is that God's computer to store all the thoughts of men is 960 billion times larger than all the storage of all computers in the whole world. Amazing. So God is God's computer is very, very big, and God is therefore very, very bigger than the computer. Okay, the thing we're gonna do today is this one. Let's open Oracle VirtualBox, and I'm going to open Win. I think we should rename RBM. We should rename it Pasamba Inelfred. BM1 and so that we will know what's inside. Okay. Okay, ganyan. The project number and what OS is installed. Let's start it and see what's inside. We are recording. Okay. Let me also log into aistudio. Nag-start na ba? What happened? Uy. Starting. Okay. Bakit lagi itong maliit? Okay. So I'm going to try to check the database. I will describe what I'm trying to do. I just log in. I just check. W is for checking. Bakit walang mouse dito? Okay, the W here, if you see, after I logged in, there's a W. The commands I type are in the dollars. Okay? The W, I just check who is logged in. I don't know why I did that, but I just typed. PSQL-L, I just try to list the databases in Postgres. Have you ever used Postgres? Yes, no. Have you used MySQL? Yes. What other databases do you have used? MySQL pa lang. Okay. So Postgres compared to MySQL is both of them are free, but MySQL is faster, but Postgres is better. According to the awards. Postgres is supposed to be more stable, and more reliable, therefore, because it runs all their, each query spawns a separate process, while MySQL is just multi-threaded. Diba? Okay, do you know the difference between a thread and a process in operating systems? Since we are talking about system and architecture, I think you deserve to know the difference between thread and a process. In operating systems, a process has its own memory. So, for example, Postgres is a program. You load it from the disk or SSD, put it in RAM, and start executing. It becomes a process, a running program. So a process has its own allocated memory. If a process does something illegal, which the operating system says don't do it, you can kill the process, right? Or the operating system can kill the process and deallocate, stop executing and deallocate. Or like in Task Manager, you can kill the process, right? You can kill the process. So in Postgres, each query opens a new process. So if you want to kill, if somebody wants to kill or it crashes, only that query crashes, not the whole Postgres server. In MySQL, there's only one process. If it crashes, whether software problem or hardware problems, then the whole server, the whole MySQL server crashes, right? So whether software problem or hardware problem, if it crashes, Postgres is supposed to be more resilient to errors. Okay. Now, I just want to describe to you the idea of the database. I mean the components. A database management, DBMS, database management system. It's a system because there's a part for doing SQL queries in the command line. There's a part for backing up. There's a program for restoring. There's a program for the server. They are different components of their database management system. So we have what we call the, it's quite confusing. So we have the installation. When you install it in your computer, we installed it last time, right? Get Postgres, something like that, APK, I think. We installed Postgres, we click yes, and then it downloaded and it's installed. That's called an installation. So a server in our computer listens usually to local connections and IP, IP. But to listen to IP, it needs a port number, also to local connections through the network. So it listens to connection. So in one installation, you can have many databases. For example, I installed Postgres here, and then I created 3 databases. One database is AUPDB, one database is Ionis, one database is MasterSoft, for example. So there are 3 databases in one installation. You can also have many installations in one server. For example, I installed Postgres 17, Postgres 18, and Postgres 12. So you can have many installations. And in one server can have many installations. Do you understand? One installation can have many databases. One database can have many tables. And one table can have many rows and columns. Do you understand, class? Okay, again. So a server like our OS can have many Postgres installations. An installation can have many databases. A database can have many tables, and tables can have many rows and columns. Correct? Okay. So that's why I typed PSQL, but it says it does not allow WinGP. There's no WinGP role. So in Postgres and in MySQL, both you have users, both of them have a role, a list of users and security. And so since you already use MySQL, now let's use Postgres. But why am I using another database? Because the more databases you know, the more options you have, correct? Yes, and the more options you have, the better system architect you are. Because you know many things, right? If you only know Windows, all your solutions are Windows. When Microsoft decides to update your computer without your permission, then all of your computers, you need to touch it. Okay. So we will learn as many things as we can learn. Okay. So because I'm not allowed to list the servers, the databases, I type sudo bash, but we don't have sudo in Debian netinst distribution. So I type su dash, and it asks me for my own password, and it gives me the root prompt. Now I'm going to su. What happened? It stopped working. Okay. By the way, how do you get out of the Oracle VM box? You can press Control, diba? And then you can find your mouse. If you click your mouse inside, pwede palang, gumagalaw na pala yung mouse. Okay, sometimes it's Alt-Tab. Okay. Okay, I was going to type su Postgres. Yan. Again. Okay, what's the difference between su Postgres and su-Postgres? Let's ask Google. I always do this, but I didn't even think of. Oh, you are not listening because you are watching my old video, or you are doing something else. It's okay. Huh? Saan? Password? Secret? Hindi ka lumabas dyan eh. If you want to know any secret, you know where are all the secrets. Alam niyo kung nasaan? Nasa langit. Andito, nandun sa computer ng Diyos. Because God is saving all the secrets according to Romans 2:16. So all the secrets are in heaven. If you want to know my password, make sure you go to heaven. You will see it. Ayos ba? Ang ating integration of faith and learning. If you want to know something, don't worry, you will know. In the millennium, we have 1,000 years to read God's computers in heaven, and all the secrets are there. In fact, He will judge the angels, not only humans, also the angels. The angels' secrets are also there. Okay. Ayos ba? Tama ba? Tama. Lahat ng sikreto nasa langit, kaya wala tayong sikreto. Wala actually sikreto, nasa langit. Okay. Okay, let's continue, my friends. So, ano daw difference? I forgot what we were doing. So, su-Postgres simulates a complete fresh login as Postgres, whereas su-Postgres switches the user but preserves your current environment variables. Okay. Now I understand. Okay, dito na lang tayo sa sa su-Postgres. Okay, so Postgres is running, and there's a database named Postgres, a database named template 0, and a database named template 1. That's the default. Those are the default databases Postgres creates when you install Postgres. So we're just going to use the Postgres. We just want to set the password. Oh, walang password. Okay, let me exit. PSQL-u Postgres. Ayaw. Peer authentication failed. Postgres. Okay, let's set a password for Postgres. Just in case you are seriously asking what is the password in dito. Di ba nag-SU ako? Sino yung kung ano, ang password dito ay kung ano tinat yung password pag-install. Di ba? You install the debian netinst. It ask you to make a password. Yung password ng username nyo. Right? Okay. Hindi nyo kasi specify kung yung password nyo tinatanong yung password ko. Di ba, when you install debian netinst, you created a user. Gumawa ba kayong user? Hindi pa tapos. Okay. Anyway, the user you created. So, let's use that. For example, WinGP yan, di ba? WinGP yan user. If you type su dash, it will ask for the password of WinGP. And then, if it's correct, it will make you root. Yan. That's the correct answer. Correct din yung isa kanina, pero hindi ko naintindihan yung question. Okay. So, I'm going to set the password for Postgres. How? su-postgres and then PSQL. And then I'll type alter user Postgres password. Anong lalagyan natin password? Hi. A na lang. Yes. Okay. Password for Postgres is A. Now let's type \q. \q is quit. Di ba sa MySQL, you can type MySQL and then type your SQL commands? In Postgres, you type PSQL. And how do you quit? That's the CLI of Postgres. So I'm going to exit Postgres and exit root and try to type PSQL -u Postgres. Ayaw pa rin. -p. Okay. Ayaw niya magpa-connect. W pala dapat. -w. Yan. A. Yun. Okay, after guessing, okay, we were able to, so I set the Postgres password of my installation to A lang. And then I connected with typing PSQL space -U space Postgres space -W, which means you ask for a password, space -H space localhost. And then it asked for a password and I was able to type A. And now we are in the Postgres prompt. Now in MySQL, you can type show databases. In Postgres, and then you say use. In Postgres, you \D. \D will show you the tables. So there are no tables. So class, yes, my friends, we already connect to Postgres Where's my mouse? Let's go back and review our requirement. So our requirement was to make a simple database web application named with your full name. A simple database application name with your full name. For example, Winalfred G. Pasamba Friends. Okay, that's the application name. The database table should be prefixed with your first name. For example, Winalfred Friends. Okay, I'll create Winalfred Friends. Okay. Saan yun? So, the fields are some ID, name, contact info, etc. Okay. Let's create table Winalfred Friends. ID, int, name, text. That's enough. Contact, text. Okay. Yes, create table. Okay. Create table Winalfred underscore friends ID int name text contact text. Okay. Now let's quit. Mag-insert muna tayo ng isa. Insert into Winalfred friends values 1 win-win Winalfred Pasamba at gmail.com. Okay, select asterisk. Okay, let's insert another one. Let's insert 2. Sino naman ilagay natin dito? Si Linus Torvalds. Ano kaya ang email address ni Linus Torvalds? Hindi natin sure eh. I'm just guessing, yeah? Okay, sino pang lalagyan natin dito? Si Bill Gates. Maybe his email is billg@microsoft. Okay, select asterisk from Winalfred friends. Okay, you have 3 people. Ito alam niyo na to, di ba? Select, insert, edit, etc. Okay. Your table name should be your first name, class. Okay. So we will all have our own. I will check that the name is your first name. The table name is your first name. Para unique lahat yung ginagawa natin as much as possible. Okay. So we are supposed to, sabi dito, use AI Studio. So we will go to AI Studio. Let's get started. AI Studio. Sign out. Okay, we will spend some time to sign in. Try another way. Passkey. Saan ba tinatingnan niyo passkey? Baka makita niyo yung passkey ko eh. Ganito na lang. Recover na lang ako. Okay. 289. 020. Then email. Google verification. Okay. Continue. Aha! I'm in AI Studio now. So I'm going to just paste this and I'm going to tell it to use only the technologies I like. I know. So that, because if I just ask it to make something, it will make it in whatever it chooses. But if I don't understand the language or the database or that it makes, then I cannot fix it, right? So I'm going to tell what I know. I say I know PHP, a little JavaScript, use Postgres, and then I'm going to tell the username. Ano pang kailangan natin masabi dito? And I know PHP, JavaScript, server is debian netinst. Okay. So, yes, sir. Okay, let's see. This is all I remember. Now, class, my friends, you want to choose the model. You choose the best model, Pro, itong pinaka Pro latest. Okay, class. It is very important because if you just chat with it very fast, the Flash will give you very fast answer, but you will be waiting with it for many weeks to get the correct answer. So what I discovered, I just use the latest Pro so that it solves the problem very quick, very, isahan lang most of the time. So I will choose the Pro, but you cannot chat forever with Pro. You have a daily quota. I don't know how many. I think 60 chats or something. So I'm going to use the latest Pro, and then I'll type build. Bakit build ang nandito? Build bang gagawin natin? I just want to chat. I don't want to build. I just want, tingnan mo yan, no? API pa. Mamaya na yung API. Nasaan ba yung chat dito? Playground. Baka dito sa playground. Oh, I click playground. Okay, class. This is play. Don't be serious. It's just playground. Okay, I go to playground. And then I just need code. I don't want it to build a complicated thing. That's why I just go here to playground and paste my prompt here. Make sure it's using Gemini Pro latest. Alin ba yung Pro latest dito? Gemini Pro latest. And then I click run. And now it's thinking. Okay. I forgot to say it should be nice. So we will complain later. Oh, I forgot to say something. I forgot to give the Ayan, look, pinagagawa ulit ako ng table. Tingnan nyo. Gemini friends. Okay, let's edit our prompt. I'm not Gemini. My name is Winelfred. I already made a table. You know what? The better your prompt, the better your output. I already made a table And then let's give it the table. I already made a table. Nasaan yung table natin? You know, it's very hard to control this. I have a better idea. I will exit this one. It's very hard to control this Oracle VirtualBox terminal. So I'm just going to exit and minimize the VirtualBox. And I'm going to open a CMD. And I'm going to SSH. Oh, I forgot the IP address of the VirtualBox. Okay, let's open the VirtualBox again. The IP address is 14.240. So I'm going to open my here. I know. I'm going to type SSH 192.168.14.240. And oh, mali. I should type SSH my username at the IP address and type my password. Ha ha ha. Now we don't have to bother with this a terminal which very hard to copy and paste. Okay. Oh, ang daling i-zoom dito, oh, di ba? Okay. Where are we? Okay. So, where's our browser? Let's close this browser. Where's our browser? Okay. 192.168.14.240. Oh, yan na. Hello. So, umaandar ito. Now, let's see if we can connect to the database. Con equals pg connect. Okay, I don't memorize. I've been programming for 26 years, 28 years, 30 years na siguro in PHP, but I still cannot remember how to connect to the database without looking at the manual. PG connect. Ano ba talagang minsan kasi PG Connect DB, PG Connect lang pala yan, oh. PG Connect. Don't worry if you don't memorize, as long as you know where to look. Okay. PG Connect. By the way, before I continue, I want to install my favorite text editor. Install Joe in Debian. Okay. Sabi daw dito, sudo app update. Wala. Sudo app update. I don't need to update. Just install. App install Joe. Joe is my favorite editor. So when I edit, it will be easy for me. Joe index.php. Okay. Let's put div host equals localhost, db name equals Postgres, user equals Postgres, password equals A. Oops. Okay. I'm just testing, yeah? Okay, let's see. Error. Uy, walang nangyari. Oh, meron naman. Ba't walang error to? PHP index.php. Connection could not be converted to string. PG connect. I don't know how to connect to ano. Ganito lang yun, di ba? Connection cannot be converted to string daw. Uncode. What's wrong? PG connect. Okay. Never mind. Don't error check na lang. Is it Winelfred friends or Winelfred's friends? PSQL-U Postgres-H localhost -W Postgres. Kulang na dito. Winelfred friends. Okay. Winelfred friends. And then echo pg result res 0 1. Now let's see if there's any error. Hoy! Ba't may lumabas na win-win dyan? Aha, it ran. Without error, may lumabas na win-win. Therefore, it's work. It works. Oh, itong win-win, galing na yan sa database. Diba? Kasi hello, www lang nandito ako, diba? Galing na sa database yan. O, diba? Saan galing win-win? Select asterisk from. And then I select row 0, column 1. Diba? So win-win yun. Which is A. Which is correct. In SSH, in PSQL, you can type up arrow key, down arrow key to recall the commands that you have typed. To quit, you type \q. In the shell of Linux, you can also type up arrow key and down arrow key to recall all the commands that you type. Of course, you can just type history to see a record of all the commands that you have typed in the current session. So class, it connects to Postgres. There's PHP. I think we can now paste our we are ready to paste, but I forgot that to tell. Okay, the reason okay, you see what I'm gonna do, class? I'm just gonna copy this and I'm gonna paste it here. Lazy. Haha. My friend will understand what I mean. I already made the table, okay? I press enter. Okay. Our friend Gemini Pro is going to try to understand the requirements of Serpasamba and the existing configuration and password and table schema. And after 1 minute of thinking, it's supposed to give me a PHP and a JavaScript, and I'm supposed to just paste it in the terminal, and it should give me 1 point. Hindi na ako F, D na, D. Diba, diba? D stands for debug. Diba, diba? Okay. Okay, okay. It's asking me to install. I think I installed already since it's working. Database connection. Ay nako, karami naman file nito. Can you just, may API pa. Okay. Maarte itong pinagawa ko. Sana sinabi ko na lang isang file lang. Okay, anyway, I just copy. I name it DB. So maybe I will make directory 01. So I'll do joedb.php. I just paste. And then joe index.php. Paste. Ano pang file ang pinapa-download niya? This is programming in 2026. You just copy and paste. Amen daw. Joe API.php. You don't even read. Just copy and paste. And then you go to 01. Wow! Oh, wow! I told you, class, this class is very easy. See? It's done. Let's try. Let's see if it works. Oh, let's see in the database if it's there. Who told you programming is hard? We don't have job anymore. It's so easy, they will not hire us anymore. See? It's there in the database. Yay. Edit. Edit. Oh, we are hackers. We will try all the illegal things. Okay, let's see if it will crash on the single quote and the dash and diba hacker tayo? Single quote should crash lazy programmer's code. Dash should comment the rest of the line. Let's see if it will update. Ah, it's transparent. It handled all the illegal things without problem. Hackers, sorry, my friend Gemini is very good in coding. Oh, class, how about deleting? Let's delete Bill Gates since he is old already. Uy, ba't na-delete yung dalawa? Oh, because the ID number of Bill Gates and really? Let's see. Oh, they are both ID number 2. Correct? That's why both of them were. Never mind. I did not put that in the requirements. This is not database class. This is nothing class. Okay. Don't worry about the primary key. This is not database class. Okay. We made something without doing anything, right? Okay. So you can make. So what did we do? We just installed. It's very easy. Install and then describe what you want. Copy and paste. Zero debugging, right? Because I know already that I should specify, okay, the prompt. Because, yeah. So I just pasted the requirement. I pasted the configuration, what technology I want to use, and the password of the database, and the schema of the database, the structure of the table, and then it told me to make 3 files, which I promptly copy and pasted, and amazingly, it works. Oh, let's try search. Oh, very nice. And it has API daw. Let's see in the developer console if it's really searching. Oh, ito pala. Ayan, no? Search niya. So the API, you can just pick into the API call here. Payload, search, win, preview, response. Oh, it's not an API call. It's just no. How about when you add name to? Let's say, let's see if it used API or not. I think it did not. It refreshed. Okay, never mind. But requirement number 1 is done. Yay! I think I want to explain a little bit. Why is it WinGP here? If you watch the video, in the other video where we were setting up, I created a soft link from /var/www/html to /home/WinGP/public_HTML. So what's happening, class, is that this is the path /home/WinGP/public_HTML/01, project number 1, but it links to /var/www/html. Uy, wala dyan. Tatlo lang. If you see here, there's HTML. There's a soft link WinGP. So anything you put in var www.html, which is the document root, it will point it there. So the WinGP here corresponds here. This is the document root. The WinGP folder here points to my own folder. I remember I demonstrated this in the other video. We were looking at the RWX, read, write, execute, and then we adjusted the permissions so that they will have access. Do you have any question, class? Did I forget any question that I forgot to discuss before I stop record? No question? No question? Very easy. Let me, the overview of how it's made, how I made it. Do you have a better way of doing it? Or you only saw this process? You have harder way or easier way? Harder way? Yeah, you learn with hard way. Correct? This is still not the easiest way, but this is hard maybe for you because you don't learn Linux, di ba? I'm introducing Linux and introducing Postgres. That's why maybe it's a little bit hard. But the coding part is is very easy, right? You don't code here. No code. You just describe what you want to do. Of course, there's other ways of vibe coding. Yeah, but the better your prompt, some people say vibe coding is terrible. It's because your prompt is terrible. You didn't tell specifically what you want to do. It's basically, or you just you don't use the best model maybe. If you just, class, let's try, what if I just paste it here in Google? You know Google AI mode? You can also do it. Okay, let's see if kung anong bibigay niyang code. Kung aandar itong code niya na to. It's only giving one file. Let's see. Without AI Studio, yeah? Because you might run out of credits with AI Studio. Let's see if Google can do it. Let's make another folder. Paste. Okay, let's go to that folder. By the way, I can go here and remove my index so that I can see my folder. See? Ah, error 500. Let's see. Anong error? Gemini friends. Bakit kasi Gemini? Did I tell that my name is Winalfred? I forgot to say. Ayan na nga, Winalfred friends na nga yung pinis ko. Saan yung ating prompt? See, di ba? I pasted Winalfred friends. See? Ay, hindi lumabas lahat. But I said Winalfred friends. But see, AI Studio is, the Pro is smarter than Google AI mode because Google AI mode here is just economizing the tokens and the inference. It's just using maybe it's Flash, yeah? Maybe, yeah. So you can fight with it. I already told you that it's like this, but it's just better to just use the best model initially, and you have less complaint in your life. But you can do simple things also. Last night I made a complicated thing just with Google AI mode. Maybe if I did it with AI Studio, I wouldn't have spent whole day. I spent whole day trying to do it. And whole night, not whole night, half night. Okay. So the overview is, I set up, I just want to summarize what we did. We set up a virtual machine in Oracle VM VirtualBox, and the smallest Linux distribution that is not so abnormal is that's more normal is Debian. Ubuntu is too big, 3 gigabytes. Debian netinst is about 600 MB. And then we installed Apache, we installed Postgres, we installed PHP, we created a username, WinGP. You create your own username, and then we tried to install, ano pang ginawa natin? I gave you a lecture about network, NAT. I gave you a lecture about Linux most popular, some of the most used Linux commands in the shell, and then we tried to configure to create the database, to log in, set the password today, create a test PHP that connects to the database, pgconnect, pgexec. It successfully created and connected without complaint. The only problem is I don't know what I'm coding, and I don't know the function name, etc. And then since we were able to connect to the database, and the win-win inside the database came out of the PHP properly, we tried to paste our prompt in AI Studio. I told you to use Gemini Pro latest. And then we pasted the requirement in AI Studio. We pasted also the technology that we want to use, and we know how to debug. And we also tell the database access, so that in the code we don't have to edit the code. It just puts the access in the code. And I don't know why I said the server is Debian netinst. Maybe it's significant, maybe it's not. And then I also said that it already made a table, because the first time I forgot to say what the table is, and it told me to make the table. It gave me create commands. but I already did create because I forgot not to create. And then when you give the table schema, the schema is how we build the table. The table names, table name, the field names, and the data types. So it will know what the SQL statements to create, to how to treat the table. So it just gave me 3 files: DB connector, the index.php, and the API. And then we tested and it worked. Yan. Okay. So programming in 2026 is there's no more programmers. No more programmers. But you will not know what to type unless you program. Diba, diba? We know what to type because we already know how to program. We're just lazy today, right? I don't know the future. How will people know what to type if they don't know how to program? Okay, we know a little bit better what to ask because we are treating the AI as another programmer. Okay, class, no more question. Let me stop recording and upload this video quickly. And yeah, this is the end of the class, and you may now go and class dismissed. If you want to check attendance, attendance is here. And while I log out and try to upload in YouTube. Oh, I'm not yet stopped recording.